Ready? Okay, Shalom Aleichem. We're here with the Shmuel Nechemia Shpilman, a legendary member of Crown Heights who just made it back from Eretz Yisrael.
Yes.
For Freilich Chazachen. But the first thing I want to say is Parshas Vayetze. Parshas Vayetze is L'chatchila Ribim, not Ga'gànגען, the Ga'gànגען. So I heard a rabbi saying a beautiful mashal. He says there were people who came crawling and steckings with wheelchairs, and they came and they're all lined up by the edge of the road, and they're standing there. They all look to clap. The minute the sign changed from "Don't walk" to "Walk," they all dropped their crutches. They all they needed is a sign: "Walk, walk, walk." So this is the Vayetza. Vayetza is Ga'gànגען. Don't stay stable, grow. But there is a very fascinating thing in this week's parsha. The fascinating thing is that if you think about it, over the last couple of weeks, we're dealing with scammers. We started dealing with Ephraim, how he's negotiating the sale of Maris and Machpelah. Then Yaakov and Esav with the Bechor. This week it's Lavan, how he's scamming Yankov with Rachel and Leah. So I saw a fascinating word from the Ben Ish Chai. The Ben Ish Chai says, could you imagine, Yaakov is married, Yaakov is over 80 years old, his first kid is Reuven, and the pasuk says Reishis Oini, and his first kid, Reishis Oini, Reuven, comes from a scam. He thought it was B'chal Rachel. Is that fair? Why did it have to be that way? The Ben Ish Chai says a fascinating thing. That is the salvation, how to get us out of Golus. Because it says in the Medrash that when the Yidden went into Golus and the others started crying, Garnish Geholfen. Rachel started crying, and Rachel said, Eibishter, you're not forgiving the Yidden for what they did. You're getting hurt, embarrassed if they exchange you for somebody else. For Achman al-Tzana. Look at me. I was worried about my sister getting embarrassed, and I gave her the simanim over. Being my sister shouldn't get embarrassed. So I gave it all away to save another person. So you, Eibishter, please do the same. Don't vanish to cross that Rahman al-Tzana Yid exchanges you for somebody else, and you might get embarrassed, and it's a tremendous embarrassment. Take us out of Golus. And that's why Dafka Rachel is Mivak al Banah. One last thing, because I know he wants to hear one last word. I heard somebody saying, in the beginning of the parsha, that all the stones are fighting. Alai Yaniach Tzadik is Reisha.
They want to go to the head.
They're klutz kasha. If they're already fighting and they all became one big stone instead of a bunch of loose stones, why didn't they become a pillow? Good question. If they're already making a mess, why not a pillow? When a machloikis can never come out something good. It's still going to stay a stone, but it's not going to be loose stones. But a pillow, a machloikis can't create a pillow. So we have shalom. It'll be achdus, and achdus will bring Mashiach.